Hello friends, and welcome to your Core and Restore practice today. I'm coming to you live from Moab, Utah. Been out here doing a little camping, some climbing, just connecting with nature. And we just experienced the full moon on Friday, the new moon on Friday. And new moons are an opportunity for new beginnings. And I think we're all at a time in our life right now where we're figuring out what our new beginning is. We're figuring out this new life, within quarantine with soft openings of things going on. We're trying to figure out this new norm, and the energy of this new moon, when you really channel that can help you in these new beginnings and really figuring out how to move forward. We've taken a lot of time to rest and to go inside and to really figure out what means the most to us, and a lot of that is connection and connecting to ourselves, connecting to others, connecting to our community. So as we step into this new moon energy, I encourage you to just be open to new beginnings, to the death of old life and creating a new one. So I kind of want to play with a little bit of that energy today in our class. As far as props, I've just got a couple handy little camp blankets that I'm going to roll up when we get into the restore part. You're welcome to grab bolsters, blankets, pillows, blocks if you have them. But yeah, we'll just be using pretty much just some blankets today. So let's jump right into it. Start by getting nice and grounded. So find a comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. You're welcome to sit cross-legged. If you have a hard time sitting cross-legged, you could also prop the booty up on a towel, a blanket, a block. Just gives you a nice little lift, helps you tilt the pelvis forward so you can sit up nice and tall. Legs are crossed, they could extend out in front of you. You could draw the knees towards the chest. Just finding a nice, comfortable, grounded position. You're welcome to close your eyes. Find a nice, tall spine. Find that length in the spine. Soften in the shoulders, relax in the face. And just start to tune in. Start to open your senses to your external world. Just to start to observe. Start to take it in. I've got the beautiful sounds of nature all around me. What do you notice? What do you hear? And notice your reaction to those things. A lot of times we get frustrated or upset or feel like outside distractions are pulling us away from life, but we can really use it to create that moment. Really letting everything that's going on be a part of that moment. So really tune in. And then once you're oriented with your external environment, start to draw that energy inward. Start to explore your inner environment, checking in, noticing how you're feeling, where you're feeling it, and starting to notice the breath. Beginning to find a little more length to your inhale, a little more depth to your exhale. Drawing the breath in and out of the nose. And as you continue to breathe, bring some awareness down to your pelvic floor. So down to your root, down to the connection to the ground, to earth. And then imagine this netting of muscles at the pelvic floor that connect the two sits bones on either side, the front pelvis and the back side of the pelvis. Kind of imagine creating a little web of muscles right at that base of the pelvis. And then start to contract those muscles together and then draw them up. This is Mula Bandha activation, our root lock. This is how we draw that energy from the earth, from Mother Nature. We start to draw that towards our upward current. And that activation also helps to kick in our low abs, so starting to connect to that low core. Awesome work. We'll be continuing to come back to this Mula Bandha activation in a lot of different poses. And you can just focus on it throughout your practice. Continue to check in with that. And then from this lift, continue to draw that energy upwards through our channel of liberation. Moving upwards towards enlightenment, towards knowledge, towards source, towards connection. Continuing to find that connection to core. Release the arms down alongside the body. On an inhale, send the arms out to the side, raise them up towards the sky. And exhale, release them down alongside the body. Let's just do a few more like that, getting used to connecting the breath and the movements. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lower them down. Let's just take one more. Inhale, reach them out, reach them up. Exhale, release them down. Plant the right hand, walk the fingertips away. Inhale, swim the left arm up and over. Find a nice side stretch. Sits bones are rooted. Notice if that left knee wants to start to raise up. Ground it down. Let the hips be heavy as you open up through the side body. Find that nice deep side stretch. Continue to breathe into the belly, and we'll bring in a little gentle rotation here. Bringing in some spinal twisting. So inhale to turn the chest up towards the sky. Look up. Wrap that left shoulder blade onto the back. Exhale, rotate down. Take the gaze towards the earth as you reach out through those left fingertips. A few more rounds like this, finding a little more movement in the spine. Inhale to open. Exhale to bring it in. Last one. Inhale, open up. Wrap the shoulder blade onto the back. Open through the chest. Exhale. Turn it down and then release the left hand down. Drop the chin. Find a deeper side stretch. Maybe this even brings it a little more into the low back. And breathe. One more deep inhale. Nice exhale. On your next inhale, swim the left fingers up and over. Take them to the other side. Drop the fingers. Walk them away. Inhale, swim the right fingers up and over. Find that side stretch. Solid in your base, grounding down. You could bring in that Mula Bandha activation. Just notice how that feels in this pose. And then as you're ready, starting to bring in that twisting. Inhale to open up. Right shoulder blade wraps onto the back. Open through the chest. Exhale, rotate down, reach out through the right fingertips. Inhale, twist it open, open through the heart, gaze lifts. Exhale, rotate it down, reach out, heart shines towards the earth. One more, inhale, open up. And exhale, turn it in. Pause here, release the right hand down, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Find your breath. Find those deep belly breaths, even with this different sensation in the core. Awesome work. One more deep inhale. And exhale it out. Inhale, swim the right fingertips up and over. Come back through center. Fantastic work. We're going to stretch out through the legs. Shake them out if you'd like. All right, ready to start firing up that core? We're going to play with boat pose. So you want to keep a nice V shape with the body. Keep that length in the spine. Draw the belly in, hug ribs in so you have that full core support. And find that Mula Bandha activation. Lift that pelvic floor. You're welcome to just come up onto the tips of the toes. Hands could come behind the knees or rest on the outsides of the knees. Lift through the chest, open up. And then if you'd like, maybe start to raise the feet. Make sure that you're not collapsing down. You've still got that opening in the chest, the string pulling your heart up towards the sky. Fantastic work. Maybe the arms release. Whew, whew. And find your breath here. Awesome work. Embrace the shake. And if you'd like, let's take it a little further with the legs. Inhale to extend the right leg out. Exhale, bend that knee. Inhale, left leg extends. Exhale, bend. A few more. Inhale, right. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend through the left. Exhale, bend. Last one here. Inhale, lift that right foot. Exhale. Inhale, left foot. Exhale, release. Awesome work. Stay here, breathe into it. And we're going to come a little lower, opening up to a low boat. Knees can stay bent or they can extend out. And hands could come to the outsides of the legs. But we're not rocking back, we're not collapsing down. We've still got that core engaged. We've got that long line of the spine. Awesome work. Maybe the arms are extended. And if you want a little more, bring a little shimmy side to side. Reaching out through the fingers. Subtle movements, little isolated movements like we did last week. Little challenge of the balance. Continue to find that breath. Awesome work. One more deep inhale. Exhale, slowly release it all the way down to the ground. Awesome. Send the arms overhead. Stretch out through the body. Big good morning stretch. Roll out through the wrists. Roll out through the ankles. Awesome work. From here, extend those legs up towards the sky. Flex the toes back. It's okay if there's a bend in the knees, or you could extend them straight up. Hands interlace behind the head, elbows open, chin lifting. Find that extension through the spine. Engage Mula Bandha. Pull that root lock up. Awesome work. Inhale, raise the head, neck, and shoulders up off the ground. Exhale, lift the hips. Draw the belly down. Flex the toes. One more deep inhale to lift. Exhale, release. Fantastic work. Free round of breath. Then on an inhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Elbows stay open. Exhale, lift the hips. Draw belly down. Core is engaged, hugging ribs in. Static hold, but don't hold the breath. Flex through the toes. Inhale, lift everything just a little higher. Exhale, release it down. Free round of breath. We've got one more round here. Elbows stay open, chin is lifting, chest is broadening. All right, legs extend, flex the toes. Inhale, head, neck, and shoulders raise up off the ground. Elbows stay open. Exhale, lift through the hips. Belly draws down, static hold, embrace the shake. Breathe through this. Awesome work. Flex the toes, lift everything. One more deep inhale, raise just a little higher. Exhale, release it all down. Release the legs, take the feet out wider than hip distance. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. Feel that heat in the body. Starting to fire up through that core. All right, inhale, draw the knees in towards the chest. Hands come to the outside, tops of the knees, or hug them in. Rocking side to side might feel good here. A little release for the low back. And then if you'd like, if it would feel good on the spine, little spinal massage, rock and roll up and down the length of the spine. You can play with the balance here, maybe by keeping the feet up off the ground. All right, and when you're ready, we're coming into plank pose. So we're gonna rock it up. Cross the ankles, plant the hands, hop or step back to plank. You can lower the knees down, finding half plank. Keep that nice extended spine. Hands are planted, you're spreading out through all fingers. Root down through the hands, press the ground away so we've got a lift in the back of the heart. Draw belly in, hug ribs in. Find your breath. Awesome work. From here, we're just gonna take really small circles through the hips. So nothing too big. Isolating here. Find your breath. Awesome work. Reverse the direction of those circles. Nice. Come back through center. Lift the hips. Downward dog. Chest comes towards the thighs. Head comes between the biceps, and feel free to pedal out through the feet. Find your first downward dog here. We're still pressing the ground away, lengthening through the arms. Core is engaged, belly lifts. All right, when you're ready, inhale, come forward, back through plank pose. Again, you're welcome to lower the knees, finding half plank. Awesome work, hold it here. If you have difficulty with the wrists, come down onto the forearms. Or make knuckles with the hands and be up on the knuckles. Awesome work, let's bring in those circles. Small little circles clockwise. Isolating, we're not just throwing the hips around. And reverse the direction. Awesome work, come back through neutral. Inhale, lift the hips, downward dog. Stretch it out, breathe it out. Awesome work. From here, we're going to start to walk the hands back towards the feet. Take your time. Coming to a forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need. Release the head down. Fantastic work. Bend the knees nice and deep. Bring the chest down towards the thighs. Inhale, scoop the arms forward, up through chair. Extend all the way up. Exhale, release it down. Bend the knees. Come back to your bent knee forward fold. Inhale, swing the arms up. Come up through standing. Exhale, release it down. Awesome work. Inhale, draw that energy from the earth up towards the sky. Exhale, release it down. Few more rounds like this. Raise it up. And exhale, send it down. Working with the two currents of energy flowing through our bodies. The upward currency from the earth, traveling towards liberation, towards light. Exhaling, taking that inspiration, that insight, and grounding it down through the channel of manifestation, bringing it down into the physical world. Finding that balance between the two. Release it down. We've got one more here. Inhale, scoop it up. And exhale, release all the way down. Forward fold, release the hands, shake out through the head. All right, we're going to start to walk the hands, coming back towards our plank pose. And from here, if you'd like a little extra, draw the elbows in, start to lower down to your chaturanga. Or come all the way down to the belly. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, come back to downward dog. Awesome work. When you're ready, really ground down towards that left heel. Inhale, raise the right leg up, square through the hips, extend through the leg. Don't worry how high that leg is coming, just activate. Toes are flexed or pointed. All right, little core work here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, forward through plank, right knee outside, right elbow. Inhale, re-extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee comes across the body to the left elbow. Inhale, re-extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee comes towards nose, round out in the spine. Lift and place the foot between the hands. Nice slow lunge here. Find a lift and extension through the chest. Nice deep hip stretch for that left hip flexor. Maybe a little rocking forward and back just to feel into that. All right, then when you're ready, find your balance first. Find that connection to ground in the feet and then raise up on an inhale, crescent lunge. We're working with squared hips, right hip back, left hip forward, inner thighs drawing together. Inhale to reach up. If it would feel good, interlace the hands. Exhale, arch it over. Again, get that nice deep side stretch. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, arch it over to the other side. Continue to breathe. Inhale, up through center. Exhale, release the hands down. Plant the right hand on the ground. Left hand, left knee. Actually, switch that up. Sorry. Right hand, right knee, left hand to the ground. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twisted lunge. Turning the chest towards the thigh. That arm could reach up, that right arm. You can always lower the back knee down. Nice twist here. Breathe into this. One more deep round of breath. And we're going to inhale to lengthen. We're going to swing the right arm around. Both hands walk towards center. All 10 toes turn forward. Feet are parallel. We're in a wide leg forward fold. Release the head down. All right, as you feel ready, hands come to the hips or they extend out into a T. Inhale, raise it up, half lift. Find extension in the spine, nice flat back. Sits bones are separating as you lengthen out through the tailbone, gazes towards the ground, nice neutral neck, lengthen out through the crown of the head. Arms could stay in a T at the hips or biceps by the ears. Notice as you shift the hips back if you start to lock out into the knees. Soften through those knees. Awesome work. From here, with arms extended, we're just gonna reach side to side. Little movements through the obliques. Awesome, one more round here. Come back through center. Inhale to reach the arms out to the side. Exhale, release it down. Fingertips walk forward. We come back through our low lunge, plant the hands, draw the feet back. Plank pose, and then we'll work our way to a downward dog. You're welcome to draw elbows together, lower down to chaturanga or upward dog, or cobra. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Catch the breath. We'll take that to the other side. When you're ready, ground down through the right heel. Inhale, extend the left leg forward, up and back. Square through the hips. Find activation. Lengthen. We're bringing in that core work. Inhale to extend. Exhale, left elbow, left knee as you come forward through plank. Inhale, re-extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee comes across the body, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards nose. And then inhale, re-extend. Exhale, step the foot between the hands. Take your time in this low lunge. Find that hip flex or stretch. Bring the chest forward and lift slightly, finding that length. Awesome. That back knee can lower down if you'd like. Find your foundation, find your balance, then inhale, raise up, crescent lunge. Left hip drawing back, right hip shifting forward, squaring through the hips. Find Mula Bandha. Lift that pelvic floor. All right, if it'll feel good, inhale to reach it up, interlace the thumbs. Exhale, arch over towards the left. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, arch it to the right. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, release the hands down. We're finding that twist. Right hand plants on the ground. Left hand, left knee. Back knee can lower down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist. Continue to breathe, even in the twist. If it feels stagnant or forced or like you have to hold the breath, you've gone too deep in the twist. Keep checking in. This is your practice, your body. You're the only one that knows what feels good. Awesome. One more deep inhale here. Exhale, we're going to release the hand down. Again, we're coming through center, so hands walk towards center, feet come parallel, wide leg forward fold. Few free rounds of breath. Awesome work. When you're ready, inhale, half lift. Hands come to the hips, extend out. All right, then from here, we're gonna take those side to side movements. Nice flat back, core is engaged, gaze towards the ground, arms extended. We're rooting down towards the feet, softening in the knees, working those obliques. Awesome work. One more deep round of breath. And exhale, release it all down. Let it hang out. All right, then we're walking the hands. We're turning all toes forward, planting the hands, drawing the foot back through plank. Choose your own adventure to downward dog. Belly to cobra. Chaturanga to upward dog. Take a child's pose. Take a breather, grab some water, whatever you'd like to do. We'll meet in our downward dog. All right, start to make our way to down dog if you're not already there. Fantastic work. From downward dog, we're shifting forward through plank. And then we're gonna lower down onto the forearms, coming to a forearm plank. Stay in tune with the low back here. While we do want to lower those hips down, that does take a lot of core strength. So we don't want to drop the hips all the way down and put pressure on our low back. If you do have low back pain, I'd rather you have the hips a little higher as you build that strength than forcing the hips down and creating issues in the low back. So that core is drawing in, we're pressing the ground away. Awesome work. Stay here if you'd like. Take those little circles through the hips. Awesome, reverse directions. All right, we're still here. You got this. If you want a little more, start to walk the feet towards the face, finding dolphin. So dolphin is like downward dog on the forearms. And if dolphin is part of your regular practice and you want to play maybe raising one leg at a time, maybe even taking little hops into forearm stand, again, if that's part of your practice. Breathe into this, stay with it. We've got a few more rounds of breath in our dolphin pose. Shoulders are drawing together and we're pressing the ground away so that even if the head wanted to touch the ground, it couldn't. Shoulders are active and strong. Core is lifting. Mula Bandha is activated. One more deep round of breath. You got this. Exhale, release the knees. Send the hips back. Take a child's pose. Awesome work. Arms could stay extended, palms down. You could also flip the palms up. Really let the tops of the shoulders release. A few free rounds of breath. All right, when you're ready, lift it up. Coming through tabletop, prop the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. Find your breath. Awesome work. All right, once again, we're gonna start to walk the hands back towards the feet. Forward fold, soft bend in the knees. Inhale, start to roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, send the arms out to the side, reach them up towards the sky, maybe a little baby back bend. Exhale, nice and slow, dive it forward. Lead with the heart, round out halfway down. Plant the hands, walk them out, forward through plank. Pause here or elbows draw together, lower down, chaturanga push-up. Come back up through plank, walk the hands back. Core is lifting, hips lift up and back as you walk the hands towards the feet. Forward fold. Inhale, nice and slow, roll it up ragdoll style. Arms dangle, tailbone tucks. When you get to standing, inhale, arms reach out and up, maybe a gentle back bend. Exhale, dive up forward, forward fold. Awesome work. You got this. Plant the hands, walk them forward, coming towards plank. And pause here, or that chaturanga push-up halfway down. Press back up, lift the hips as the hands walk back. One last round. Hands come back towards the feet. Nice and slow, roll it up. Soften the knees, tucking through the tailbone. Head stacks last. Inhale, arms reach up. Maybe a little back bend. Exhale, dive it forward. Awesome work. Last round of plank. Plant the hands, walk them forward. Stay in plank. Lower to your chaturanga push-up. This round, inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Whew. Fantastic work. Almost to the good stuff. I mean, it's all good stuff, but we're all just here for the restore, right? All right, as you're ready, we're gonna walk or jump the feet between the hands, coming into a seat. If you'd like, come right into boat, if that's part of your practice. I'm not quite there, but kudos if you are. All right, so we're back in boat. We've still got that lift of the chest, opening across the heart. All right, now this is a challenge in and itself, staying in boat. If you want to take it a little more further, we're taking our boat for a little row. Inhale, arms reach up, prayer hands together. Exhale, prayer hands cut over towards the right, little twist. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, hands cut over towards the left, little twist. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. One more round. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Hold it here. Mula Bandha activated. Core is engaged. Chest is lifting. One more deep inhale. Woo, shaking. And exhale, release it down. Bring the bottoms of the feet to touch. Knees drop open. Find a cobbler's pose. Again, you can bring the booty up on a blanket, especially if you have tighter low back or tight hamstrings. Forward folds are hard for you. That lift in the booty is gonna help get that pelvic tilt and give you a little more length to work with until you find that flexibility through your practice. So again, knees drop open. The heels can be as far or as close away from the root. The closer they are in, the more intense it's gonna be in the hips. Inhale to lengthen up. Maybe this is where you stay, or exhale, bow it forward. Release the head and neck down. And notice if you have the tendency to grab onto the feet or the legs and crank yourself down, don't even mess with that. Flip the palms up. Don't even give yourself that temptation as you release the head down. We're letting gravity do the work here. Sometimes in certain poses or just in certain times in life, the ego likes to take over and say that you have to push yourself further, harder, no pain, no gain type of mentality. And that can be applied to many aspects of life, but that's not how your yoga practice should be. You want to find that edge, finding ways to challenge your body without forcing, without pushing it too far to where you cause injury or harm to yourself, to your body. So really tune in. Yoga is such an individual practice. Only you know what it feels like in your body, and you know what feels right and what feels wrong. Tune in, listen, respond. Awesome. A few more rounds of breath here. All right, nice and slow, start to roll it up. We're gonna bring the knees together, plant the feet wider than hip distance, or I guess about hip distance. Bringing the hands back behind us, fingers pointing towards the booty. We're taking reverse tabletop, nice counter stretch for that back bend. Inhale to lift through the chest, shoulders draw back, lengthen through the spine. Press into the feet, press into the hands, lift the hips just as high as feels okay. If the booty's just hovering, that's awesome. If it can lift higher, do it. Take it there. We're lifting through those hips, engaging in the core. You're welcome to lie the head back, but we're not throwing the head back. We want to protect those delicate bones in the neck. So you can find some extension through the neck, little opening through the throat, but just be mindful of the back, the back of the neck. Awesome work, getting that shoulder strengthening here. Press into the feet, shins press forward, hips lift. Awesome work. One more deep inhale, maybe lift just a little higher. Exhale, slowly release, sit down. Oh, fantastic work. All right, let's grab one of our blankets or a cushion or a pillow, whatever you need to kind of simulate a bolster or something that we can lie the spine back on. So what I'm gonna do is take my blanket, roll it up. You can play with the size, you can play with the thickness. And what we want here is to, you can also use a yoga mat, another yoga mat, is to take it lengthwise along the spine. Bolster or a cushion would be the best, but what we're really looking for is to get a lift in the back of the heart so we can drop the shoulders back and down, opening up through the chest. So nice and slow, start to lay back onto the prop. Taking the head back. If your bolster or blanket doesn't quite reach to the head, and it would feel better to bring in, a pillow or a block or something to have a nice neutral neck, feel free to do that. Or you could release the head down, taking it a little into a little fish pose. Arms turned, or palms turned up. Legs can be extended if that feels okay on the back. You could also bring the bottoms of the feet to touch, coming into cobbler's pose, or the most gentle option for the back, planting the feet, knees bent, and letting the knees drop in on themselves. And you can play with the props at home, kind of find what works best for you. But the idea here is to get this opening through the front side of the body, letting the shoulders drop back and down further than they would if we were just lying flat on the back. And opening up through that chest, open up through the heart. Allow yourself to be open to receive the gifts of the new moon, gifts of new beginnings. And if that doesn't resonate with you, if nothing else, you're getting an amazing counter stretch to all the forward rolling in that we do in life as we are on our phones, on our computers, on our cars. There's a lot of rolling in of the shoulders, a lot of slouching of the upper back, a lot of craning forward of the neck. So this is a beautiful way to counteract that, to bring this opening to the chest, to the back, this extension through the neck. So really enjoy this. A few more rounds of breath. About 3 more rounds of breath here. Awesome work. So as you feel ready, it's really your choice how you want to come out of this. You could just roll onto the side and kind of push cushions off. Or you can bring the hands back behind the head and offer the neck some support as you come into a little sit-up and then make your way up. We're going to just go ahead and remove any props that you've got. Taking them off to the side, but keep them close by if you want them for Shavasana. We're going to lie on the back, bend the knees. We're going to extend the right leg up towards the sky, flex the toes back, then slightly rotate the toes out towards the right, getting a little external rotation. Bend the knee, cross the right ankle on top of the left knee, and open up through that right knee, coming into a figure 4 or a reclined pigeon. You're welcome to stay here if this is a good enough sensation. If this feels great, stay here. Some more options to explore if you want to take it a little further. Start to draw that left knee in towards the chest. You could place that left foot on the ground or on a prop or something to kind of take it into a little easier of a pose. Or you could slide the hands through, interlace behind the left knee. So we're really focusing on the sensation in the outside of the right hip. If you're wanting to explore a little bit more, you could bring the right elbow to the right knee, gently press it open. You could bring a little gentle rocking side to side. You could also continue to draw the left knee towards the left shoulder. Awesome work. About 5 rounds of breath here. We want to keep the right toes flexed back, and if the left foot is lifted, keep the left toes flexed back as well. So we're active through the legs. And there's a softness in the shoulders. Release any tension in the face or in the neck. The only tension in this pose should be if the hands are interlaced, a little bit of tension in between the fingers. Other than that, we should be able to release the full length of the spine, release any tension in the neck or shoulders, soften in the face, relax in the jaw, release the tongue. Awesome work. One more deep inhale. And a nice cleansing exhale. When you're ready, release the left foot on the ground. We're going to take this into a twist. You're welcome to take twisted pigeon by keeping the legs as they are, shifting the hips slightly over towards the right. This just helps to realign through the spine, and then drop the knees over towards the left, finding a twisted pigeon. If that doesn't feel good, you're welcome to continue to cross that right knee over, taking a cross-legged twist, or uncross the legs, stack the knees, take a nice gentle twist. With twists, you can play with the depth of the twist by the positioning of the right shoulder. You can invite that right shoulder to lift up off the ground, coming a little more onto the left side of the body, more gentle of a twist here. If you want to explore a little deeper, inviting that right shoulder towards the ground. It doesn't need to touch, but bringing more opening across the chest, a little deeper twist. Continue to breathe here, like I said, in our twisted lunge. If the breath feels forced or stagnant, or like you have to hold the breath, you've gone too deep. It will be different sensation, but you still should be able to take those deep belly breaths and feel like the breath is able to travel throughout the body. Twists are one of those that are very beneficial, but taken too far, it can be very detrimental. Let's take about 3 more rounds of breath here. As you feel ready, nice and slow, start to untwist, uncross through the legs if they're crossed, And it might feel good to walk the feet out a little wider than hip distance. Take some windshield wipers side to side. Just a nice release through the hips and low back. All right, when you're ready, we'll take that to the other side. So the feet walk together, hip distance. Knees are bent, feet are planted. We're going to extend the left leg up towards the sky, flex the left toes back. Externally rotate, taking those left toes out towards the left. Bend the knee, cross left ankle on right knee. Open up through the left knee. Then again, you have all those choices to explore. You're welcome to stay here. You could bring the left hand to the left thigh to gently press it open. Right knee can draw towards the chest. You could interlace the hands behind the right knee. You could rock side to side, left elbow, left knee, or right knee towards the right shoulder. Find your version that works best for you on this side. Don't feel like you have to recreate the same exact shape or same experience on this side as you did on the other. And definitely don't think about how or what you did in this pose last time you did it, or if you're practicing with someone, what theirs looks like, or don't even be worried about what mine looks like. Really tune into how it feels in your body, getting to know the differences, the asymmetries, the imbalances in your body, and learning to work with them. So that the body becomes an ally. You have a strong relationship, positive relationship with the body. Relax in the face. Release any tension in the neck and shoulders. About 3 more rounds of breath here. Awesome. When you feel ready, we'll slowly start to release that right foot down, and we'll set up our twist. So again, you're welcome to keep the legs as they are, coming into a twisted pigeon. We do want to lift the hips and shift them over towards the left slightly, just so that when we come into the twist, the spine is in line. So again, with the legs crossed, you can just take it over into a twisted pigeon. You could continue to cross the left knee all the way over onto the right knee and come into a cross-legged twist, or uncross through the legs, stack the knees, drop the knees over. You can also use props here. You can let the knees land on a cushion, on a block, on a bolster. You could also slide a blanket or something in between the knees. And again, you have those options to explore with the placement of the left shoulder, whether you want to explore a little deeper sensation in the twist, if you want to take it a little easy. Continue to breathe. Continue to check in with the body. And when you find any tension, any stored energy, anything that you're holding on to, especially in twists, let it go. Breathe it out. Part of new beginnings is releasing the old, releasing old energy, releasing old thoughts, releasing old patterns that hold us back. A couple more rounds of breath in your twist. As you feel ready, slowly start to come out of the twist. Uncross through the legs if they're crossed. And once again, maybe some windshield wipers would feel good here. Nice little release. Awesome work. Just one more move for you before we take it to our Shavasana. We're going to come into a bridge pose. You're welcome to bring in a prop, to bring in a supported bridge. So we're going to have the knees bent, walk the feet in towards the booty. Legs are about hip distance, and really press down to the feet. Press into all four corners of the feet. Lift through the toes, spread them out, and then set them back down. Inner thighs draw together. We're going to bring a little puffing up of the chest, a lift through the thoracic spine, and then tuck the shoulder blades underneath. And then we're going to press into the feet, press into the hips, press into the shoulders, lift the hips. You're welcome to stay here. You could interlace the shoulder or the hands behind the low back and tuck the shoulders underneath, coming into a nice big bridge. You could also slide a blanket, a bolster, a cushion, anything that, maybe a stack of blankets. You can get creative there. Anything to offer some support if you want to release the hips down into a supported bridge. Still getting this stretch in the hip flexors, working a little bit of back bending, just exerting a little less energy with the support. Once again, this beautiful opening in the chest, beautiful heart opener. You're welcome to stay here, or if taking it into an inversion would feel good, you could extend the legs up towards the sky, maybe even shake out through the legs, release some synovial fluid. You could roll out through the ankles, spread out through the toes. And it may seem really simple, but one of the easiest ways for us to release energy, to release built up traumas, is to shake it out. So you can get a nice release through the legs. A few more rounds of breath here. And whenever you feel ready, if the legs are raised, plant the feet. Once again, we'll come out the way we came in, so we're going to find that activation, press into the feet, press into the shoulders. We're going to lift the hips high enough to slide the prop out from underneath if you've got one there supporting. And then nice and slow, start to release the hips back down. Again, if walking the feet out wider than hip distance and taking some windshield wipers would feel good, feel free to do that. You could draw the knees in towards the chest, take the knees out wide, feet flex up towards the sky, knees bent as you come into happy baby. And take a few minutes to start to wrap up your practice. If there's any other movements that you want to do or anything to help you settle into your Shavasana, we're going to start to transition into our Shavasana. If you have some nice music to put on, that can be helpful. And if you do have more time to dedicate to your Shavasana today, I would suggest taking at least 5 minutes, but upwards to 15 to 20 minutes to just give yourself that gift of time to just be. So slowly start to make your way into your Shavasana as you feel ready. You're welcome to take traditional corpse pose on the back, palms turned up, feet turned out. If that doesn't feel awesome today, you can use props to support you in any way. Sliding a bolster or a blanket or a cushion underneath the knees is a great way to support the low back. You could also take the legs up the wall for a low back release. And if lying on the back just isn't going to work for you today, you can lie on the side, lie on your belly, or come to a seated meditation. Again, this is your practice. You're the only one who knows how it feels in your body. So explore that, embrace that. Find what feels good for you. And as you start to settle in to your Shavasana, allow yourself to fully release. to let the earth support the body. To let the rise and fall of the belly be the only movement. Allow yourself to feel the effects of your practice. Notice if anything came up for you, if there's anything to release, to let go, if there's anything to integrate. And take this time that you've carved out for yourself, this gift of self-love and self-care, and really allow yourself to embrace it. We're constantly inundated with information, with options, with this pressure to go and do and produce and consume, and that's not our natural state. That's not healthy to just push ourselves in the name of money and power. We really need to take the time to tune in to what we really need. To release anything that no longer serves us, to create space for new energy, for new life force, for new people, new connections, new opportunities to come into our lives. Allow yourself to settle into the energy of the new moon, of new beginnings. Take this time to just be. Again, if you have the time to dedicate to a longer Shavasana, feel free to pause this video and take as much time as you need. As you feel ready, take one last moment to check in, to feel, to observe, to be completely present in yourself, in your body, and in your mind. Gently start to bring some movement back into the body. eventually rolling onto one side of the body if you're not already there, and pause for a moment and offer yourself some gratitude for carving out this time, for stepping on your mat, and for taking this time to move, breathe, and connect. Gently start to make your way back up to a comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall, I invite you to bring the hands to heart center or take any other meaningful gesture with the hands. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this practice brings you whatever it is that you are needing during this new moon or during any time in your life that you happen to be practicing this. Thank you once again for joining me. I see you, I honor you, and I bow to you. Namaste.